I'm finally going to start my prep series, and what a better day to capture a realistic day in the life of a bikini athlete, online coach and mum that's starting on an unideal week. And starting on a week where we've got sick days, I'm struggling to get protocols done, I can't work today, and it's chaos. But this is actually the reality of it, and we don't all have the same 24 hours in the day, so I can't wait to bring you along on this probably uneventful day and uneventful week. Thank you. Oh, it's a dead. Okay, I'll put it here. So, this morning I'm going to try film my hair care routine. I'm really getting into creating more content recently. Like, it's quite fun. But for some reason my hair care routine is one of the biggest asked requests. So I'm finally going to get around to doing it since we're home all day. But I thought I'd give a little bit of a rundown on like how this prep has been just quickly and this last week, because the last 2 days I'm feeling like really up against the world. I don't know, I can't even string sentences together at the moment, but this is the first week, maybe the second week. I think I had some hormonal issues quite early in my prep, so I had like a week or two where my digestion and stuff was just not great and my body was really inflamed and I felt like it was fighting against me. And then this week, same thing, like just really inflamed gut, really gassy. My weight has actually gone up, which is so frustrating because we've added in more cardio, the steps are the same, there's less food, and I just messaged my coach yesterday and I was like, I feel like my body is so stressed this week. It's slowly coming back down, but I feel like I'm behind. Like my stats have literally there's not been that much improvement, probably over the last like 2-3 weeks, and every week counts when you're a prep. So that's sort of, I guess, a positive of having a longer prep is like, if these things do happen, you have more time to fix them and adjust them rather than stress about it. I'm definitely like stressing about it. I'm just frustrated. Like if you feel like shit, but everything's moving as it should be, like it's expected you're going to feel like shit at some point anyways, but if you're not getting like the reinforcement of like, yeah, you feel like shit, but things are moving, this is working, it's not that motivating. So yeah, I've really struggled. And then went to Sydney on the weekend, which was awesome, and I came back on such a high. But yeah, pretty much from the like plane ride home, I have not felt 100%. My food was on point while I was over there. I didn't have anything that was like untracked or unaccounted for. I ate super clean, no like fake foods, no junk food. So I just don't know why my body's hating me right now. So not in the best frame of mind. It's also really hard, like when you're juggling an online business, like you work from home and you've got like the little one home sick with you as well, because I can't work and I can't do my steps, I can't do my cardio, I can't do my training. I'm not even training this week anyways, just because it's deload week. So my coach always gives me the option, you either take the whole week off, just do your steps and your cardio, or just do a deload week. But because my body's so stressed, I can feel it's inflamed. I wasn't sleeping like all last week, which is usually a sign that my body's really uncomfortable. I just decided like I'm just gonna not train this week, give my body the time to recover. Like my whole body aches, and I don't know if that's because I'm sick or because I'm depleted. I do feel like there's something hormonal going on. In all of my preps, I don't know if this is TMI, but I don't care anyways. All of my preps, I've lost my cycle, and I always have like spotting, like random spotting. So it's a lot of stress on your body. It's my normal, so I know that when I am in prep, this is what I can expect. But yeah, I've just had a little bit of that this week as well. So something's not quite right, but it will pass. Yeah. Should we wash Mummy's hair soon? Do you want to have a shower? Today's attire. I'm feeling bloated today. So I'm trying to export all of my 90-something thousand photos, 92,000 photos onto an external hard drive because I have no memory left on my phone or my computer really, or my iCloud. and it's just not having it. Like, everything is just full. Like, everything is full. So, honestly, I hate technology. Good morning. Today is a new day. I was not so well yesterday. The little one wasn't so well yesterday. I literally did not leave the house. So I thought I'd give you an update. What is the day today? It's Friday. It's a classic example of like everything is connected. Yesterday, excuse my voice by the way, I'm obviously still a little bit sick, but obviously yesterday I touched on like how my stats weren't moving. I was doing everything right and I was just feeling really like deflated and sort of, deflated because I've done everything right and it feels like my body's fighting against me. I felt a little bit inflamed. I felt really sore, really lethargic yesterday, and when I got back from Australia, as I mentioned, I actually did everything right. Like, I tracked my food, I ate really whole foods, like I did everything right. I didn't skip over anything. I was really active, and yeah, I just felt really inflamed. So when I came back and the scale weight was like the heaviest it's been in a few weeks, I was like, what the fuck? I knew there was going to be some inflammation and stuff from flying, and because I stuffed up my eating protocols with flying, so basically when we fly, if we've got anything in our GI tract, it's going to expand. So that's why often when we're flying, you get like a sore stomach or you get really gassy and it's just not very nice. So protocol for me, I'm really sensitive to it. So I will fast normally 2 hours before I get on the flight. However, by the time I got through security, I only had like an hour and a half. So I was probably eating closer to like an hour prior to getting on the flight, and I really did notice an impact of that. So that was one contribution, and then obviously I've like come down with something. So when you're sick and your body's fighting any type of like virus or infection, typically you're going to experience a level of inflammation, and yeah, you'll see that scale weight come up usually when you're sick as well. So this is why like it's really valuable to track your data, because you can actually like analyze things and remove the emotional attachment from it. If I didn't track any of my data and I didn't know my body as well as I do, like I knew yesterday I'm inflamed, and because I'm inflamed, I can expect to see that scale go up. It doesn't mean that it's not frustrating still, but it just makes sense and you can look at it logically. So weighed myself this morning. I obviously am in a lot better spirits today. I'm a little bit sore still, like my muscles are still a little bit achy. I think I had the night sweats a little bit as well last night. The wee one had a really rough night last night. But my mood is better, my energy is better. I'm not feeling like so dizzy. So that's good. But weighed myself this morning and had a nice 500 gram drop, thank God. So this is actually the lowest that I've weighed in my whole prep so far, which is so funny because yeah, I literally had a really high weigh in the other day, like 2 days ago, and then it only dropped slightly the following day. I was really thinking that I'd have a high weigh in followed by a big drop from fluid and stuff, but that didn't happen. But we're good now. So what I'm going to do today, because I was in the house all day yesterday, I didn't even get out of my pajamas really. I'm going to get ready for the day and I'm going to stop feeling sorry for myself. I'm going to do my makeup. I'm going to get dressed and I'm really going to try make up for how sedentary I was yesterday. I'm not trying to punish myself or like burn lots of fat. That's not the mindset that we're going in with, but it's just the fact of like, I need to get my protocols done by the end of the week by doing at least the minimum. So for me, my minimum protocols is an average of 12,000 steps per day, which isn't too bad. Last prep, I had way higher step count because my step count's naturally pretty high. So I'd have to keep driving up the steps. But this time I've actually asked for more cardio because I can do it a little bit quicker and I am quite time poor. So I haven't done any of my cardio. I only have 60 minutes of cardio like across the week. So and normally I would do it in like 20-minute blocks. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go take the dogs out for a big walk this morning, like try rack up those steps as much as possible. And then I'm going to go to the gym, I think, and I'm going to just do my 60 minutes, listen to a podcast. I feel like I need to move my body as well. Like I haven't trained in a couple of days. I also need to do my posing check-in, and I had a nightmare. I don't know if anyone else gets this who's in prep, but I always have nightmares about like getting on stage and forgetting everything. But I had a nightmare last night. I got on stage, there's only 2 competitors, me and someone else, and I blanked and lost all train of thought, and it was a really horrible experience. So I have to do my posing check-in this morning, which I'll film. It'll be interesting to see how my physique's looking, because obviously with the inflammation and stuff. And I'm gonna get ready now, so I'll do a little snippet of me getting ready for the day. Honestly, my 2 most asked questions on Instagram is, can I post a hair care routine, which I obviously filmed a little bit of yesterday, and can you film your makeup? But my makeup is so, like, I slap it on my face. Henry always gives me shit because he's like, you literally just like, I can do it so quickly. But I'll just record it. I'll do a little time-lapsey lapse maybe. Also, I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but my under eyes are so dark. And I'm not actually sure if it's like because of just where I am at prep, or there's this one eyelash serum that actually works. Like, I've used every eyelash serum under the sun, and yes, they make my lashes longer, but they don't make them thicker, and I have really thin eyelashes. But a few years ago, I was using a lash serum that made my eyelashes super thick, super long, and it's actually quite cheap. So I've stopped using it, and I was like, why did I stop using it? I need to go back and start using it. And since I've been using it, and I'm not sure again if it's because I'm actually just where I'm at prep and my body's just like a bit fucked, I've got these dark circles under my eyes again. I'm pretty sure like literally straight after I started using it again. And I feel like last time I was using it, I actually stopped using it because my skin was getting really, my eyes were getting really sensitive to it. So I'm not sure, but I already have noticed, like, I've been using it again for 3 weeks, and I've already noticed them getting thicker, which is something that I've been trying to do for years. So it's like, what's the trade-off? I wear makeup most days anyways, otherwise I feel like a slug. But yeah, gonna get ready for the day and stop feeling sorry for myself. I've done some work this morning as well. I worked, did some programming and stuff, and that's why sometimes when I do like vlogs and daily vlogs and stuff, or mini vlogs on my Instagram, you don't see a lot of me working, because I literally get up like 5 in the morning and I will like smash out as much admin stuff as I possibly can, because again, I'm time poor. I have to drive quite far to pick up my daughter, so that's like 2 hours of my day, and I have to fit in my training, walk the dogs, message my clients in the day. So all the admin-y stuff, I just get up, drink my coffee in bed and smash it out in bed. I'm not glitz and glam or super organized. I'm just like trying to go for efficiency. Random thing that I wanted to talk about. Well, I wanted to talk about it more on social media in general, but I think this is why I wanted to start YouTube. Is like, I actually really love talking. Like, I love doing podcasts and stuff. Just with the podcasts, I find it quite challenging to actually have the opportunity to sit down and record and think about like one specific topic. So that's why I was like, maybe I should start YouTube. Like, this is the perfect time to start, since I actually have something to like talk about and to share, and then I can fill little pockets of content with my thoughts and stuff. But something that I actually really want to do this year is like go back to my roots. What I mean by that is like, I just want to actually be like, have less and be more me. I know that sounds really weird. I feel like I've never really been fully myself until recently. In some ways, like, I spent most of my life, and this is going to sound really dark, but I spent most of my life really hating myself. I spent most of my life really hating and not like liking the person that I was. I had really low self-esteem growing up. I was really shy. I really struggled in school to like stay focused. I'm one of those people that, like, if I'm not interested in something, I can't focus at all. And I think when you're in the schooling system, it makes you believe like you're worthless and you're stupid and you're dumb if you're not, you know, excelling at things or getting certain grades. But when I hyper focus on things, So if, for example, like in school, I was failing a certain topic and I had an exam coming up, I could honestly just study really hardcore for 1 week and pass my exams, which is actually what I did do. And even my teachers sort of pulled me to the side and were like, you are probably going to fail. But I didn't, thankfully. I just, really struggled to learn. I'm a slow learner unless I'm like really interested in the topic. But yeah, I think that like caused a lot of self-esteem issues for me growing up, and like believing that I'm not worthy, I'm stupid, like I'm not deserving of things, I'm not capable, like, yeah. And then like with body image and stuff, I just grew up with a really fucked up body image, to say the least. And my like eating habits were really toxic from such an early age. I openly talk about this on Instagram a lot, but I really did get into health and fitness for all the wrong reasons. It was from a place of like hate rather than love, and this is why I really want to share more content and like share more openly about my journey and where I'm at now, because you can only share such a small snippet on things like Instagram. So what I'm saying is basically like I feel like I'm in a place now physically and mentally where I'm really proud of how far that I've come, and all of these things that I've done to like try change myself or mask myself in the past, I feel like I don't need them anymore. Like, for example, I've had lip fillers since I was like 20 or something. I've never really not had lip fillers as an adult. And I want to get them dissolved. I don't want to like fully get them dissolved, but I want to get like all of up here, around here dissolved. I can tell, like it migrates over the years, and like, because I've had them for so long, I don't know, I'm just ready to like look more natural. I want to have my natural hair color again. Like I want to grow out all my highlights and everything. I just want to be more content with like who I actually am. I'm sick of like, I've definitely been sucked into consumerism and like trying to have the nicest things and spending shit tons of money on clothes and like material shit that I don't even need. And now I'm like at the point where I'm so happy within myself and so proud of myself that none of these things hold value anymore. Like everything was just so temporary, such a temporary fix. Like I wanted to have nice clothes and nice hair and all these nice things because I wasn't really like fully happy with myself internally. I don't know if anyone else has ever felt like this. It's taken a little bit of self-reflection, but I thought I would share that. So this year it's just really about trying to embrace my own confidence from within, and yeah, like less is more. I really want to go back to less is more. I'm trying to like use up all the shit that I've just accumulated over the years rather than buying new stuff all the time. Again, like I said, I don't want to be dyeing my hair and changing myself. I want to remove some of my filler in my face, and yeah, I just want to go back to, I want to become myself essentially, because like I said, I feel like I've never really embraced being myself. I've always tried to be someone else or change myself to fit a mold that I thought people liked. Deep chat note as well, like, okay, this is going to sound so controversial. I don't mean like I don't want to, like it's okay to want to change things, but I think what I'm saying more so is like I don't want to completely change who I am. Like I just want to enhance things. Like I'm not saying that I never ever want to get lip filler again, but again I'm saying like I want to focus on less is more rather than like I honestly just used to get lip filler so often because I just had this massive fear of my lips going back to their natural state, and I just kept thinking like more is better, more is better, more is better. But I just want to do the minimum that makes me feel good, and like again just like enhance natural features if I am wanting to do anything to change myself. Also controversial, I did actually go recently to see about getting a breast augmentation, which I don't think I'm going to follow through with, but it was something that's been on my mind for literally years because I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost like the most weight that I've lost over the last few years, well, 20 kilos I think was the most amount, and that's not including my pregnancy. I was actually, at the end of my pregnancy, I weighed the same amount as what I did when I started my fitness journey. So yeah, to put it into context, I've lost around 20 kilos naturally over the last few years since I started my fitness journey, from my highest to my lowest. Obviously I don't sustain my lowest, it's just for competing, but every time you gain and lose weight, your skin becomes thinner in that like area. So, and then obviously I've had a baby and done breastfeeding and everything, so like the girls are just a little bit sad. And I definitely, I like the look of implants, not like super fake ones, but the ones that are like too pretty to be real. And I was like, maybe I want to do that, but we're not really sure if we want to have another baby or not, maybe next year. See what happens, but there's no point in getting them. And also, I also stress about like the inflammation and everything that can cause in your body. So I'm like, yeah, it's just one of those things that's crossed my mind and I need to reflect on longer. As I say, is I'm like, I want to be more myself. But I mean, obviously not walking around like, I wouldn't get them. I actually, when I went for the consultation, I could only get a really small size anyways because of my chest measurements. So they would be really small anyways. But then at the same time, I'm like, well, really, like, what's the point? Especially when I work so hard on like my health and stuff. Like, why? Like, why? So yeah. Anyways, ready for the day. That's how I do my makeup. We are looking a lot more color code today. Black, white, and navy. And also, this jumper is from Infinite Aesthetics. It's a New Zealand activewear company. So are my leggings and actually the top that I've got underneath. But this is like the best. I'll see if I can show you. It's proper like fleece lined. So in winter, it is the coziest hoodie. It's so thick and so heavy. And it's just like a nice oversized fit. It has some writing on the back. But if you need a good hoodie, the best quality, like heavy duty fleece jumper thing. And I also have a discount code, which is Tyree10 if anyone wants to use it. This is my stash of Fiber Boost bars because every day, like my thing that I struggle with in prep, or not struggle with, but like my thing in everyday life, I don't mind not eating out, but for me it's like coffee and cookies or cake or croissants or something that I really miss. Sorry, this is like really dirty. That I really miss. So what I do instead is I have my Fiber Boost bar plus my coffee, and I drink my coffee with milk. Feeling so much better. I just tried to rack up as many steps as possible. I think I only racked up about 7,000. So I'm going to go do 60 minutes on the cross trainer at the gym, and then I'm also going to just walk on the treadmill for, I don't know if I'm going to be doing 2 hours of cardio, but I'm just going to do a big chunk because I finished my work for the day. I've organised what I've needed to get organised. I fixed the car. I didn't fix the car. I just restarted one of the old cars that we have at home because Henry needs to use it. But I did that. And yeah, I need to drive it to the gym because it needs, its battery needs to charge. So I'm going to have my coffee. I'm going to have my protein bar. Am I going to read? No. Usually I read when I have my coffee, but I'm really struggling to like enjoy. I can't like sit and read if I know that I've got things that need to be done. It's like a relaxing thing for me. So maybe I'll bring my Kindle to the gym with me actually. I mean, I'm going to be there for a while. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Anyone who's been following me on Instagram knows I've been on a bit of a reading journey this year. And that's something that I really wanted to get into. So I've read all of the Akatar series so far. I'm on the 3rd book of the 4th Wing series. I've read, what else have I read? Oh, a book that's not even worth mentioning. It was so shit. I got sucked into one of those like TikTok, if you like this book, you like this book, but it was actually just an author promoting their own work and it was shite. And then what else did I read? Oh, When the Moon Hatched. So lots of fantasy books, and honestly, they have been a fucking game changer when it comes to prep. Like last preps, I used to just watch YouTube videos all the time, like every single day, Instagram reels, what I eat in a day, and constantly compare myself. This time I've just detached myself from everything. I still watch YouTube videos like every now and then if I'm like on the treadmill, or I'm just like not so heavily invested in other people's journeys this time, and I'm more trying to focus on like enjoying everything else outside of prep, because it's so easy to feel like I should make my coffee really, but it's so just easy to get caught up in it and to feel like everything revolves around prep and like the world stops. But there's actually like so much more to life, and like prep is so much more enjoyable if you're not in that like frame of mind of putting everything on pause. Like I don't even really follow, or I've not really been following any other FMG competitors or just competitors in general. Oh my god, I can't talk. Generals journeys to the stage this year. Like I've really just focused on myself and what's in front of me, and I've just felt so much better for it. So I'm not like completely immersed in that online space. I'm just doing me this year, and even with doing this YouTube video, like I'm just doing me. I just finished up cardio. I did an hour and a half. I did 1 hour. I was like, how long did I do? I did 1 hour on the cross trainer. I'm just really enjoying the cross trainer because I feel like it's super low impact. Like it's not super exhausting. It's pretty easy going, and I don't like I just feel like it's less stressful on your body. Time goes really fast. So I read my Kindle for an hour on there. I'm reading Onyx Storm, as I mentioned, and I actually really got into it. The time went so quick, and then I did 30 minutes of just walking on the treadmill trying to get my step count up. So now I'm off to go get my groceries. I've actually changed I've been literally eating the exact same meals and the same meal structure every day for like 5 or 6 weeks, and I'm still not sick of it, but I just feel like I need to get a little bit like some different nutrient profiles into my diet, because yeah, it has been like 6 weeks. So I'm gonna mix things up a little bit with one of my meals, actually both of my meals. I'm just changing the protein sources, and yeah, I'm having quinoa instead of potatoes as well, and I just don't really know how I feel about that. But yeah, I'm going to try some different meals this week, and if I don't like them, then I'm going to go back to what I've been having, but I think it's time. This is my quick little grocery haul for this week. So we've got green beans, mixed berries. This is what I chuck in the slow cooker for 8 hours with slow cooked venison, and then I'm gonna have that with quinoa, brought quinoa, maybe some pumpkin and some broccoli, and this salad mix here. Almond butter, I put almond butter on my chicken and mince. I know that sounds really weird, but I use it instead of sauces. And then I've also got some protein yogurt. These are not for me. I do not have the carbohydrates for them. And then I've got chicken. So as you can see, I eat really basic and really simple. I already had a lot of food, not a lot of food, but I already had like some bits and bobs like oats and egg whites and stuff at home, so I didn't need to get them, and pumpkin. But I eat really basic whole foods, no fake foods, just whole based foods. Last preps, what I used to do, especially my first ever prep, and this isn't wrong, but it's just that in prep, food serves a purpose, and by like hyperfixating and hyper-focusing on how you can make your food the most palatable, how to like make macro-friendly versions of your fake foods. Like, it really just heightens your food senses. So what I do is I just eat simple. I give my body what it needs. I try to get in as much nutrients as possible, and this really works for me. It really helps me with my cravings, and I just feel so much better for it. So yeah, that was a big lesson that I learned, but everyone's different. So just because I do it doesn't mean that it's going to work for everyone or it's the best option for everyone, but it's just like to give you an idea of how my nutrition has matured over the years. 10 out of 10? Morning, it is currently, let me have a look, 6:04 a.m. on Sunday. I've had a new low weigh-in this morning, so 56.8 kilos, which is only 100 grams down from my low weigh-in yesterday. My previous stage weight was about 53 kilos, so only a few kilos left to go over the next 9 weeks, but it's good that things are moving. I'm up early because I am solo parenting today, so I am going to make sure that I'm racking my steps up. It's really hard, as I mentioned, to get steps in when it's so cold outside and you have a little one with you at home all day. I can't just like walk on the treadmill because toddlers, kids require attention and keeping them alive. So today I'm gonna like meal prep. We might go out and do some kid mum stuff today. And oh, I actually booked to get my lip filler dissolved tomorrow. I was gonna wait, but it's really annoying me now. It's not actually like my lips, but it's like all up here, like around my mouth. It's looking like Homer Simpson or something, but it's really like, I can't unsee it now, so it doesn't look so bad when I have makeup on. Actually, when I was watching back my previous slides of the vlog, it did look pretty bad, but yeah, I'm gonna go get it dissolved tomorrow. And actually, one of the reasons that I have been getting so much lip filler over the years is actually because of my missing tooth. I'm getting that put in next week, I think, or the week after. I haven't had a tooth there for 6 years, but basically what happened is I don't have an adult tooth underneath, and I actually naturally have a really, like, my smile comes up really high when I don't have filler. So getting an implant was 6 grand, and getting filler is a lot cheaper than that, and you can do it over the years. So that was sort of the solution that I would use to hide like that insecurity. It is pretty obvious, but yeah, now that I'm getting that put in, I'm like, nah, I want to like have a normal face again. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go do my cardio.